amazing. But even if you make the greatest drug or the greatest wearable, there's no guarantee that the patient is going to take the drug, wear the device. So how are you thinking about technology to engage the patient?
Yeah. Again, maybe I will use an example. I think it's fascinating what's happening in this field right now. I mean, FDA approved the first electronic pill, if I can call it like that. So it is basically biological chip that it is in the tablet. And once you take the tablet and dissolves into your stomach, sends a signal that you took the tablet. So imagine the applications of that, compliance. The insurance companies to know that the medicines that patients should take, they do take them. It is fascinating what happens in this field. But of course, there will be an initial cost that someone needs to invest.
Now, of course, you know their tongue shall fall upon themselves. They're more than likely are not going to get an apology, but all those people, everybody who scoffed and mocked the prophets that said that this was coming, the end all be all was this right here. You owe them an apology, especially the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Call hello Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and are worthy. I am not a member of Great Millstone, yet I've entered into their labors. Peace, mercy, and blessing to the sincere brothers and sisters doing this wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. So, you see it, right? I'm not going to say it. We'll just go. We'll just go there. You read it for yourself. Because as soon as I say something, I'll get that little white screen the next time I log into YouTube. And I'll be gone, right? Okay? Read it and weep. Look at that right there. Green highlight. You see that. Now, regardless of the method that they use or how they're talking about using it, all roads lead to it. And they already knew. They knew from jump that people were not going to take no passport. They were not going to have no temporary thing that you can keep on your phone, because all of that can be hacked and appropriated, or however you want to say it. Like, all of that can be, you can get around that. But what you can't get around is them coming for your temple, coming for that temple. And I'm speaking to, the Israelites, because in times past, when we were overtaken, they destroyed our temple. And they, especially the Edomites, sacrificing swine's flesh in our temple. And now they want to biologically take down the temple that is within you. And all roads are going back to that. Or not going back, all roads are leading to that. Okay, so who are you finna put your trust in? A mad scientist? Or the creator of all things, right? Let me see. There was something else I wanted to get. Oh, no, hold on. Damn. Give me a second. Okay, yeah, verse 7 right here. Okay. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given unto him over all the kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of the life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Now here's what we got coming. So again, who are you going to put your trust in? Because we're laying up treasures for the latter end, right? Though our people don't consider the latter. They're looking at right now. So verse 10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, right? And that's what we're going to need. Patience and faith. It pays to wait on Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It pays to wait. Look at these things that with these mandates that went out. Those of us who waited, we are in a good spot right now. And, there are troubles coming. But all in all, that's where patience and that's where faith comes in. So ultimately, we're looking at verse 10. But in the here and now, that patience and that faith is what is going to pay off for you in the long run, because everybody else is going to run to Egypt, right? They're going to, hold on. Trust. I want to get a couple. So I want this one. All right. Isaiah 30:12. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Man, let's get to home. Let's go to Isaiah 30. Isaiah 30:12. Because I needed more. I remember I said in the last video, remember to read up and down for good context. You know, you want it all. It says eat the whole roll, right? Isaiah 30:12. And that means take the good with the bad, but I'm just using it as an example of, like, you need to read everything up and down and get a good context so you know exactly what the chapter's talking about. All right. Verse 13. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly in an instant. And he shall break it as they break of the potter's vessels, that is broken in pieces. He shall not spare, so that there shall not be found in the bursting of it a sheared to take fire from the earth, or to take water with all out of the pit. Let me get that in the KJV, not the KJV, the NLT. Go to Isaiah 30. See the warning to rebellious Judah? Well, that's all the tribes right now. Where's verse 12? 10. There we go. This is the reply of the Holy One of Yashar Allah. Because you despise what I tell you and trust instead in oppression and lies, because that's what our people do, calamity will come upon you suddenly. And we can cut it right there. Calamity will come upon them suddenly. Those that reach out unto Esau, those that still stay upon him that oppress them, because that is their God. The things of this world are their God. Their belly is their God. The money that they make or that they can make by bowing down into this system is their God. Sudden destruction. But those of us who have the patience and the faith, we are going to prevail. So it's time now that we stay strong, that we now more than ever trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, even when things look like you're going to be shaken up, right? That is just the nature of the life that we were called into. Because it says many are called, right, but few are chosen. We want to work towards being chosen. Matthew 22:14. Let's just go there with it right here. Let's just go there with it. Start at 14, straight to 13. Then said the king to the servants, bind him hand and foot and take him away and cast him into the outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth, right? For many are called, but few are chosen. Then went the Pharisees and took counsel how they might entangle him in his talk. So they was trying to catch Yahushua up, right? And our people are going to try to catch you up in your talk. When you have a clean conversation, when you are not participating in the filthy conversation of the 2/3 of our people, they going to want to trip you up and then report that back to Daddy Esau, right? Because we are going to be made a prey. I don't know when, but it's coming soon. We are going to be made a prey. If you stand for righteousness, you're going to be made a prey. So Be prepared for that. Know that it's coming. So when something that is unfair happens to you, remember the servant is not greater than his master. Yahushua went through way, way worse. So we are going to have to go through some sort of suffering as well. However, we're going to be kept out of it. I mean, we're going to, what I meant to say was the Lord's going to lift up a standard, right? So you're going to see some things, but all in all, you're going to be kept, and he's going to lift up a standard for us. So I didn't have much to say. This is just something I wanted to read. Let me get let's read up. Hold on. Okay. Verse 9. Go ye therefore into the highways as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. Right. So he's talking about bringing his people into that truth. Those of us who are called. Right. So the servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they had found, both bad and good. And the wedding was furnished with the guests. Right. And when the king came in to see the guest, he saw that there is a man which had not on a wedding garment. And he said unto him, Friend, how camest thou in hither, not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then said the king to the servant. Okay, so yeah, well, that's the part we read. So let's get it. I want to see it in the NLT. Let's see what we got. That's 22. Let's go to Matthew. All right, parable of the great feast. These are all Yahushua's words. Okay, so the servant, let's start at 10. So the servant brought in everyone they could find, and bad alike, good and bad alike, and the banquet hall was filled with guests. But when the king came in to meet the guests, he noticed a man who wasn't wearing a proper garment or proper clothes. All right. I mean, that can be likened unto not having the proper doctrine, if you want to talk about right now. All right, friend, he asked, how is it that you are here without a wedding clothes? But the man had no reply. Then the king said to his aides, bind his hands and his feet and throw him into the outer darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And that's what's awaiting the 2/3 of our people and the rest of these heathen. All right, for many are called, but few are chosen. And that is specifically talking to Israelites, because we are the only ones that are going to be called. But in the midst of Israelites, you have the hopeful elect, the 144,000, the 1/3 who the Lord will have mercy on, right? Those are the few that are going to be chosen. So the chosen are those who are going to show that patience and that faith of the saints. Keep pushing, repent, hold tight. We're almost there. We're going to see some things. It's going to get bumpy. It's going to get ugly. It's going to get rough. You're going to lose some things. Remember that. But if you know it and you put it in your mind ahead of time and have patience in the faith of the saints, you're going to make it out of it. Why? Because Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is the ultimate power, and he is a power for us. He is the God of the Israelites. He is the Almighty, the Creator, the beginning and the ending, and he chose us for a people. And we would be a people to him, and he would be a God to us. So lean in that. All right? So shalom.